knotty-equine, and this is my broodmare Sticks. She's an Oldenburg mare, and today she's going to donate some mane and tail for us so you guys can learn how to cut your horse's hair and how much that I need and how to properly mail it to me. Come back here. We're going to have our horse's tail nice and brushed. Sticks has a gorgeous tail. It's quite long. We're going to look for the center of her tail, where her tailbone is, and the hairs that come out from that center of that tailbone are going to be the longest hairs, and they'll make the best for jewelry. So I'm going to find a lock. Now if your horse is still living and you don't want them to be missing a bunch of their tail, I like to take the tail from multiple places. That way you barely notice that it's been gone. So you can take, maybe, 100 strands and cut from there, and then move around, and then cut some more from another section, and you'll never notice that their hair is gone. Sticks has plenty of tail, so I'm not really worried about that. She's also my brood mare, so we don't have any shows we're planning on going to. I'm going to cut it. This is perfect. Okay, so we have our tail cut. This amount right here that I have just done is about enough to do probably a 4-strand bracelet or an 18-strand spiral bracelet. Okay, probably a hat band also. So we're looking for at least 2 foot long, and about the diameter of your pinky to your thumb is ideal. The more the better. I'm going to get back inside when it's a little bit warmer, and I'm going to show you a couple more examples of tail hair and mane hair and what we can make with it. Okay, so this is our mane hair from Sticks that we gathered today. It's plenty long. It's over 12 inches long, and I'll be able to make most braids with it. This is another example of mane hair. A lot of this is actually pretty short. You can see how the ends are coming up like that. So there is some long hair here, and I would be able to make most braids with it, but it's still going to be more difficult. The cool thing about mane hair is it's thinner, it's softer, so when we braid, it makes the braids look more delicate, which can be really unique and different. But typically, almost all braiders including me, use tail hair, and that's because it's a bit thicker, it's more wiry, so it kind of holds a tighter shape. It's easier to work with overall. Mane hair is more like human hair almost. Okay, so that would be why we don't typically use the mane hair. Now if this is all you have of your horse, that's absolutely fine. We can work with it. Just keep in mind that your braids are going to look more delicate and typically be a slightly thinner diameter. Okay, something else we don't want to do after we cut our horse's hair, we wrap our tape around the end to keep it together. We do not want to braid it, and the reason for that is by the time it gets here and I unbraid it, it's going to be crimpy, and it's going to have that stuck in that little wavy curl, which is very difficult to get out. It has to go through the being washed multiple times and then set to dry, and I have to do that a few times, so it adds to the process a bit much. If it's already braided, don't worry about it, just leave it alone, and I can deal with it when it gets here. It's no big deal. Okay, another thing is sometimes we have the horse's whole tail, which is wonderful to work with for me, but I would suggest if you're mailing your hair here or anywhere and you have this much to spare, I would save some of it just in case that, God forbid, it gets lost in the mail. At least you still have a bit that you can try again or just hang on to. Yeah, okay. And then once we have our hair cut, we have it taped up with our black electrical tape. We're going to get our gallon Ziploc baggie, and you're going to write your name, your address, and your phone number, and your horse's name on it. The horse's name is important because if you mail me more than one bag of hair, I need to know which horse it goes with, which item, that sort of thing. So important, please label. You can put the label on the bag or in the bag, and if you have another piece of paper, you can write on that and stick it in the bag. It's great. Just make sure before you put this in the mail that it is labeled. I have a lot of hair here, and I don't want any confusion. Make sure if you wash your tail that you do not condition it, and then you make sure it's 100% dry before placing in the bag. Otherwise it will get moldy. I've had some tails sent here moldy, and I have to go through a bunch of Again, same thing, they have to get multiple baths and dried out in order to get rid of the mold. Something that I would highly recommend not doing is sending or cutting hair that is only 4 inches short. Okay? I'm not even sure if that's 4 inches, but it's very difficult to work with. It's not impossible, so if this is, again, the only thing that you have, I will 100% work with it. But it is very hard, especially if you wanted a bracelet or something like that. This would work really well for a keychain or for an inlay and a pendant for a necklace. Any small thing that is inlaid into the silver, the sterling silver, it's not impossible. But it is difficult to work with this 100%. So always try to get the longest tail hairs. Okay, and one more thing, the forelock. The forelock, a lot of horses have small or soft, super soft, fluffy forelocks, and that is really hard to work with also. They do well for keychains, but they are not good for braiding and making bracelets or necklaces or pendants or anything. Just pretty much keychains. That's it. Thanks for watching.